8-year-old Lily was born without her right leg below the knee. But that never defined her. What did define her was her courage, her infectious laugh, and her unshakable determination to live like any other child. When Lily received a state-of-the-art $35,000 prosthetic leg, it wasn't just a piece of equipment, it was a passport to freedom. She could finally run, jump, and swim without pain. But all that was ripped away by a woman named Judith Cranston, the iron-fisted president of our neighborhood's HOA. And Judith had no idea that Lily's father-me husband was a civil rights attorney who had spent his entire career fighting for justice. From the day Lily was born, we knew our path as parents would be different. We watched other kids race down playground slides while Lily sat on the sidelines. Prosthetics helped, but they were expensive and never lasted long. By the time she turned 8, she was already on her 5th leg. When Dr. Patel introduced us to a cutting-edge, waterproof prosthetic designed for athletic kids, we knew we had to find a way to get it. Insurance only covered a fraction, so we sold our second car, took out a loan, and held a community fundraiser. After 6 grueling months, we finally had the funds. Watching Lily sprint across the yard that first day in her new leg was magic. She screamed, "Mom, look, I'm flying." For the first time, there was no hesitation in her movements, just joy. 2 months later, my husband Michael accepted a better-paying job in a city with one of the best disability programs in the state. We moved into a quiet neighborhood called Silver Lake Meadows. The houses were beautiful, and there was a community pool just a block from our home. The only catch? A notoriously strict HOA. We met Judith Cranston on our second day. She arrived at our doorstep wearing designer sunglasses and holding a thick binder of regulations. She flashed a polite but fake smile and introduced herself as HOA president. She handed me the binder and said, "We take community standards very seriously here." Just then, Lily came bouncing outside, wearing shorts and her prosthetic in full view. Judith's smile faltered for just a moment as her eyes caught sight of Lily's leg. Her body stiffened, and she said nothing to Lily except a curt, "Nice to meet you," before hurrying off. That was the beginning. Over the next few weeks, Judith cited us for an unauthorized basketball hoop, which sat on our driveway just like 3 other homes on our street. She warned us about the color of our mailbox, which was apparently 2 shades too glossy. The flower bed I planted? Also a violation. Michael, always the peacemaker, agreed to every demand. "Let's just avoid trouble," he said. But I knew Judith had a problem with Lily, not our mailbox. The turning point came on a hot Saturday when Lily begged to go to the community pool. It was her first summer with a waterproof leg, and she couldn't wait to swim like the other kids. She jumped into the shallow end with a joyful splash while I settled onto a lounge chair. Minutes later, Judith appeared, wearing a sunnet like she was royalty. "Mrs. Harper," she said, casting a shadow over me. "We need to talk about your daughter." My stomach dropped. "What about her?" "Medical devices are not permitted in the pool," she said coldly. "It's a prosthetic," I replied, stunned. "It's made for swimming. It's safe." "Rules are rules," she said. Section 14. Paragraph 7. No medical devices in community water features. Lily had swum to the edge by then. "Is something wrong, Mom?" Judith looked down at her. "You need to leave the pool. Young lady, that thing is not allowed." Lily's smile vanished. She climbed out, trembling, and wrapped herself in a towel. I burned with rage. Around us, other parents avoided eye contact. No one said a word. "Back home," Lily cried, asking, "Why does she hate me?" Michael listened in silence, then got up and said, "This is not going to stand." That night, he stayed up reading the HOA bylaws, disability rights acts, and every legal clause he could find. Michael had never taken a civil rights case before, but now it was personal. He called an old colleague who specialized in ADA law. They worked through the weekend, assembling a legal strategy. We didn't hear from Judith for a week. Then one morning, Lily was riding her bike along the sidewalk. I went inside for a drink and returned to the sound of her screams. Judith was holding Lily's prosthetic leg in her hands. Lily lay crying on the ground. She fell. Judith said coldly. This was blocking the sidewalk. It's a safety hazard. Give it back. I said. This device is being confiscated for multiple violations. She replied. Bike riding on sidewalks is prohibited. And leaving medical equipment in public space violates code. I was shaking. You can't do this. You can collect it Monday at the HOA office. After you pay the fine. She snapped. I called Michael. By the time he got home, 2 police officers were already taking my statement. Michael explained everything calmly. Then added, I want to come with you. I'm a licensed attorney. What she did is theft and potentially assault against a disabled minor. The officers agreed. They went to Judith's home. She opened the door and tried to defend herself. I was enforcing the rules. I had every right. Michael stepped forward. No, you don't. I have filed a civil rights lawsuit against you in the HOA for violating the ADA, the Fair Housing Act, and basic human decency. Return the prosthetic now or face felony charges. Judith paled. Minutes later, she returned the leg, refusing to meet Michael's eyes. The next day, every household received notice of Judith's resignation due to personal reasons. 2 days after that, a moving truck appeared in front of her house. At the next HOA meeting, the new president, Mr. Alvarez, stood up and said, First order of business, revising community rules to ensure full compliance with disability rights laws. Mr. Michael Harper will assist us, and Lily Harper will serve as our new accessibility advocate. Lily lit up. Me? Really? That summer, she joined the neighborhood swim team. Inspired by her, the coach launched a program for kids with physical challenges. Today, Silver Lake Meadows is what we hoped it would be, a real community. As for Lily, she recently told us, when I grow up, I want to be a lawyer like Dad. I want to help people who can't fight for themselves. Michael smiled and said, You already do. Sweetheart, you already do.